Ever wondered how something as essential and enjoyable as food can turn into a silent killer? Indeed, it's a startling paradox. That which gives us life can also, under the wrong circumstances, take it away. We all know that food is a fundamental cornerstone of life. It fuels our bodies, nourishes our cells, and feeds our souls. It's the centerpiece of our celebrations and a common thread that binds cultures together. But there's a darker side to this daily necessity. Hidden within the folds of our meals, lurking in the corners of our pantries, are silent killers, food-related risks that pose serious threats to our health. You may think that food-related deaths are rare, isolated incidents perhaps caused by severe allergic reactions or foodborne illnesses, but the reality is much more alarming. The silent killers in our food are far more commonplace and insidious than you might imagine. They don't just lurk in the poorly cooked chicken or the expired milk. They're often in the everyday items we consume without a second thought. We're talking about processed foods high in sodium, sugar, and unhealthy fats. These are the silent killers that contribute to chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. They're the villains behind the scenes, slowly but surely, wreaking havoc on our bodies one bite at a time. Now let's put this into perspective with some shocking global statistics. Every year, millions of people worldwide succumb to illnesses directly linked to what they eat. It's an epidemic on a global scale, subtly stealing lives in the name of convenience and taste. It's a grim reality, isn't it? But it's not all doom and gloom. Knowledge is power, and by understanding the risks, we can make informed choices about what we put into our bodies. So, don't reach for that snack just yet. It's time to take a closer look at what's on our plates. The numbers speak volumes, and they're not to be ignored. Let's dive into the deep end of the pool of statistics concerning food-related deaths. The figures are startling, and they reveal a significant correlation between what we consume and our health. First off, processed foods. These are the products that line our supermarket shelves, from canned goods to frozen meals to snacks. They're convenient, yes, but they're also a leading factor in diet-related diseases. According to a study published in the British Medical Journal, a 10% increase in the consumption of ultra-processed foods was associated with a 14% higher risk of all-cause mortality. Now let's turn our attention to sugary drinks. These sweetened beverages, including sodas and fruit juices, are a major contributor to obesity and related health problems. A report in the Journal of the American Medical Association noted that for every additional 12-ounce serving of a sugary drink consumed daily, the risk of death from heart disease increased by 7%. Unhealthy fats, specifically trans and saturated fats, also play a significant role in diet-related deaths. They're found in a variety of foods, from pastries to fried foods, and they're known to raise levels of bad cholesterol, leading to heart disease. The American Heart Association reports that reducing intake of these fats could prevent 20% of heart attacks. These foods contribute to a host of diseases. Heart disease, for instance, is the leading cause of death globally, with dietary risks accounting for nearly half of all heart disease deaths. Diabetes, too, is heavily influenced by diet, with the World Health Organization stating that unhealthy diet is a major factor in the rising tide of diabetes worldwide. And let's not forget certain types of cancer, which have been linked to high consumption of processed meats and alcohol. Knowledge is power, and understanding these facts can be the first step to a healthier life. So, let's use this information to make better food choices and ultimately live longer, healthier lives. It's not just the obvious culprits. Sometimes, danger lurks where we least expect it. Let's take a moment to discuss the unseen dangers in everyday foods. You may think that shiny apple on your countertop is just a healthy snack, but did you know that fruits and vegetables can carry a hefty dose of pesticides? These chemicals, used to ward off insects and other pests, can be harmful to humans when consumed in large quantities. Then there's fish, a great source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids, right? Well, it's not all good news. Certain types of fish, particularly those at the top of the food chain, can contain high levels of mercury. This toxic metal can have a detrimental impact on our nervous system, especially in young children and pregnant women. And let's not forget about meat. It's a staple in many people's diets, but it can also carry a hidden danger: hormones. Many livestock producers use hormones to promote rapid growth in their animals. These hormones can then make their way into our bodies when we eat the meat, potentially disrupting our own hormonal balance. The key to navigating these dangers is to know where your food comes from. Whenever possible, Opt for organic fruits and vegetables, which are grown without the use of synthetic pesticides. Choose fish that are lower on the food chain, and seek out meat from animals that were raised without hormones. What we don't know can indeed hurt us, but awareness is the first step to change. So what can we learn from all these alarming facts and figures? Firstly, it's essential to acknowledge that the silent killers lurking in our pantry are often those foods we least suspect. The everyday items we've grown so accustomed to consuming may, in fact, be contributing to a host of health issues. It's a stark reminder of the importance of being aware of what we're putting into our bodies. The deadly facts and figures we've discussed are not meant to scare you, but rather to inform you. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could very well be the key to a longer, healthier life. It's clear that the dangers in our daily diets are often unseen, hidden under the guise of convenience, taste, and even false health claims. Maintaining a balanced diet is not just about eating less of the bad and more of the good. It's about understanding the nutritional value of our food and making informed choices that benefit our overall health. It's about knowing the potential risks and benefits associated with different foods and being mindful of our consumption. In the end, it all comes down to education. Educate yourself about your food and make healthier choices. It's not about perfection, but progression. Small, consistent changes can lead to significant improvements over time. It's your life, your health. Choose wisely, eat smartly, and live longer.